Hi, it's Charla,
And Linda.
and we're gonna try to figure this out and answer Yvonne's question. I love my sweet P79 about why the men don't want to take the babies out in public. Well, and I heard Pooh Bear too talk about it, and this is no offense to anyone. This is just my opinion, but I put a lot of thought into that. And then my husband came in from weed eating, and I asked him, and he said, I said, why don't you want to hold a baby out in public? And he said, I just don't want to. Now, you have to remember, this is a manly man that was a drill sergeant in the military for many years. He's retired military, and he taught the guys how to prepare and be ready to go to war. So he's not real in touch with his feminine side. Now, I have known men and worked with a lot of men that were in touch with their feminine side, and I had a lot more in common with them in some ways, and they were a lot more fun to be around because they kind of understood me. But my husband is not in touch with his feminine side. I wish he was a little bit more. Your twin brother, Linda.
I know. What can I can't say for nothing. He gonna go on his side. I'm gonna go on my side.
Anyway, I think y'all know what I mean about men that are in touch with their feminine side, and they understand us more. And they can be a manly man and still be in touch with their feminine side. But I didn't get one of those, and I probably, Yvonne, you didn't, and probably that's one reason. But I do think that I'm very lucky because he will let me take, or I don't like to say he will let me take because he can't keep me from doing anything I want to do. Um, he goes with me when I take babies out in public, which I've just started lately doing that. But I mean, I've got this nursery in this room. This used to be our TV room, and Linda and I have taken it over. It's our nursery slash TV room, and really, this is just our room now, Linda.
Yeah,
It's
just
our
our
nursery.
room,
I mean,
We got a pretty nursery.
we have our recliners in here, but it's actually our
Uh-huh.
nursery.
We got the
And he went along with that, and he's been good about that. He hasn't complained at all. He just goes out in his man cave and or goes into the living room and watches TV. But I think now this is what I think, and this is just my opinion, and we could try this. Um, if we were reborn artists and if we made a little money from selling reborns, I bet they would like it a lot better. Or if we had ads and we made quite a bit of money each month off of ads. I don't know if y'all have ads on yours, but I don't. But if we did, and they saw how much money we're making off our ads, they might be a little more willing to carry a baby around in Target and let us video it if they thought it was going to help bring in some money. Men like women to make money. I don't care who you are or what you say, they like it. They like to see some money coming in. And what they see with our reborns, because Yvonne, you don't work and I don't work, they see money going out. We're spending money on baby clothes. We're spending money on reborns. We're spending money on things to send people. And we're not bringing any money in. But I bet you if you said to your husband, I'm going to put ads on um, my videos on YouTube, and honey, we can make several $100s a month if we got enough views on our ads. So it would help me a lot if you would take part in it, and it would help me get a lot more views and draw more attention. Would you please just carry the baby in Target? I bet you he'd be more willing to do it if he thought it was going to bring some cash in. That's what I think. I'm pretty sure my husband might do that too. They'd have to see the money coming in first, probably, before they'd believe us. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but that's just kind of what I think. Men like to see money coming in, not going out. And I think if we were reborn artists, we were selling our babies, um, or if we had ads, we were making money off YouTube ads, I think they might be a little more willing. It would still not be fun for them. They still might be a little embarrassed, but they might be more willing if there was some cash coming in. Now just think about that. All we're doing is spending money. We're not bringing a penny in. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I just think that we're pretty lucky that they let us carry these babies around, even though they don't want to do it. Um, they don't see these babies like we do as babies. They just see them as dolls. So if you stop and think about it, in their minds, we're just carrying a doll around. So they've been pretty lenient, or how should I put that? They're pretty good to go along with us carrying what they think is a doll around. It would be great if it was a perfect world that they would take part in our hobby, and it would be great. But it's not like that. I feel that you that have that, it's you're lucky. I feel happy for you. But my husband's never going to carry the doll around and talk to it, kiss on it.
No.
Your brother.
Nope.
Buy clothes for it. No.
You can't change him, so he always just leave
Go
it
along
like
with it.
Uh-huh.
But now when I go shopping, he's very good to help me look through the baby clothes, look for the sizes.
Oh, yes.
Like when we went in there and those clothes were all on sale for $1, and I stayed for about 2 hours. He was right with me, and he was helping me look for clothes. He was good like that. But we were having fun, and in his eyes, oh, we're going to save a lot of money. She's finding some stuff for $1 here. So it was fun like that. But um, I'm not bringing in any money. I'm just spending money. But in another way, he knows that I'm pretty well trapped and that I'm sick most of the time. And he's glad that I have this hobby because before I sit around crying, twiddling my thumbs a lot. And I didn't have much to do. And when you get sick and you have to quit your job, you lose a lot of friends because when you can't go shopping or you can't go to parties or you can't go over to somebody's house and spend the day just goofing off, you lose a lot of friends because nobody really wants to be around a sick person. And some of the people that I thought were my really dear friends, they hardly ever call, but who would want to? I can't go anywhere with them, you know? We have different worlds. When you're in the working world and you're a working woman, it's different than just being at home, and you kind of lose contact. So I had to find something to do, and that's when Laura of Hello Dolly told me about the comfort of the reborns because I've always loved dolls. I always had Madame Alexander dolls growing up, and oh, I just loved them. And unfortunately, I sold them in a garage sale after I got married. That was so stupid. And Mother begged me not to, but I was young and stupid. And I sold my collection of Madame Alexander dolls. And my Patty Play pal, I'd give anything to have one of hers or her back. I had a Madame Alexander doll that was like 3 foot tall. I'd give anything to have her back. But anyway, my daddy and my brothers, I can tell you, would not carry a baby around.
So good.
My daddy's a Marine, you know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
my brothers are one played college football, and you know they're just
They just.
macho men, you know, and I wouldn't do that. They're not in touch with their feminine side. I guess when we married, we should have found someone that was in touch with their feminine side, because those kind of men will do anything, even put hair color on your hair.
I didn't have to
Oh, I
hair
wish
color on my head.
So anyway, we got good husbands though. Our husbands are good to us. They tolerate us. They don't run around on us. They um they do let us take the babies out in public. They just don't want to hold them or anything. I don't think it's ever going to change. We just support each other and love each other, unless you want to try and tell them that you're putting ads on and that it will help you to make a lot of money. And you might see if that helps. Maybe it would. I think it would. Men like to have money come in. Now, this is all my opinion. I might be completely wrong. I don't want anybody to bash me. No haters. It's just funny to think about that if we was bringing money in on these reborns, that they might change their view.
I love all those reborns.
We love them. Linda and I don't care. We'll go out in
I
public
don't
with
care.
them.
I'm gonna go outside in a stroller down the street. You can. They see.
Linda's on a roll. Anyway, this was fun.
It was
I
fun.
mean, I asked Ski. I just kept saying to my husband, but why? Why don't you want to hold one out in public? I just don't. Why? Go answer that one, Linda. And then he said, not at my age. And I said, but why? If you were young, would you want to? I just don't. He won't say anything, but I just don't. So that's all there is about that. Just Just don't. I love y'all. We'll do the best we can and have fun. And Stella says, I don't care if Daddy doesn't want to take me out in public because Mama will and Linda will. Yeah, they will. So don't worry about it, everybody. Don't worry about anything. Okay? Mwah. Bye-bye.